Okay, disclaimer, I'm not an expert. I'm just doing this I'm just saying these things based on my experience. Yeah. Hi guys, this is your guy Gilier and welcome to Gilier Carpio Vlogs. So, ngayon ay ako'y naglalakad papunta dun sa isa naming campus para magsagawa ng isang focus group discussion because that's the nature of my work. I do focus group discussion because I'm a research officer. And since it's a long walk, naisip ko na mag-vlog na lang din. Probably to give you ideas kung paano ba maging isang OFW dito sa Singapore, ano yung kagandahan ng Singapore, and ano yung mga challenges na rin na nami-meet ko dito sa Singapore. Okay? So, paano ba maging OFW dito sa Singapore? Well, at first, nung una kong punta naman dito, hindi naman ako masyadong na-culture shock, I guess. Kasi I was a bit excited. This is a new experience. Di ako masyadong na-homesick kasi may Skype naman. May Facebook naman, you know. Pwede kang mag-video call every time to your family. And ang maganda sa Singapore, malapit lang siya sa Manila. Parang 3 hours, 40 minutes lang. Nasa Manila ka na. At maraming mga sale or sometimes cheap na flights papuntang Manila at walang time difference din. So yeah, in general maganda ang Singapore to start as an OFW kasi malapit siya. And of course ang isa sa pinakamaganda talaga dito is the transportation. Gusto ko talaga yung seamless transfer from one train station to another, to a bus stop, or kahit yung mga Grab nila. Although, syempre, expensive siya. But, if you're gonna take yung public transport, talagang maganda siya. Okay? Hindi ka pagpapawisan literal. Pawisin pa naman ako. So, nag-enjoy ako sa public transport. Plus the fact na mahal magkaroon ng car and mahal din ang gas dito sa Singapore. So, yeah. Ano pa? Ano pa bang maganda dito sa Singapore? Well, it's a common knowledge na mahal sa Singapore, but your salary actually is sort of compensating to the cost of living naman. Pero syempre, marami kasing malls dito sa Singapore. Parang sa Philippines, maraming malls dito sa Singapore. And yung napansin ko dito, yung malls ay parang extension ng kanilang bahay. So, kung sa Pinas, wait, tatawid lang ako, no? Kung sa Pinas, sanay tayo na mag-dress up, magpupunta ng mall. Dito sa Singapore, kahit nakasando, nakachinelas, yan, tumatawid ako. Nakasando, nakachinelas, go lang sa nakasando, naka-shorts. Okay na yun, mall na sila. Tsaka yung mga malls kasi connected siya sa MRT stations. At yung iba talagang malapit lang sa mga bahay nila. So very convenient to go to a mall here sa Singapore. And I guess marami siya kasi sa mall malamig, humid din naman yung sa Singapore. Parang sa Pilipinas, di ba, mainit din. So doon ako pupunta. Hindi ko alam kung paano ako pupunta doon, pero tignan natin kung paano. Pero yun, naglalakad pa rin naman ako. Hiningal na ako, no? So yun yung isa sa, well, transportation. Ano pa ba maganda sa Singapore if you're planning to start your experience as an OFW here? Well, I can say that there is, or there should be, okay, a work-life balance. If you want to have work-life balance here in Singapore, hindi lang naman lahat work. Although, well, probably it depends on the nature of my work. Si Nika, siya nag-work sa hospital, so talagang busy siya every day, physically, mentally draining ang mag-work sa hospital. But for me, I do mostly office work, so physically, I'm not that tired talaga. But yung mental status ko naman, yun yung parang mas ginagamit. Kasi nga, I do research work, I do lots of readings, ganon, and reports. Yeah, so it's very challenging, I guess. But if you want to have a work-life balance, definitely you will be having work-life balance here in Singapore kasi yung environment nila is very welcoming for work-life balance, right? Maraming parks, maraming pwedeng puntahan, gusto mo mag-jog. Dito nga ako unang nag-jog eh. Dito ako unang sumali sa mga marathon. Last 2018, I think I joined 4 or 5 marathons, 32K, 21K, 42K, standard charter. And it was an amazing experience. I wasn't doing that in the Philippines before. But when I came here to Singapore, kasi ang daming mga takbuhan, you know, daming gym, natuwa naman ako. Ayan, so pabalik ako kasi wala tayong tawiran doon. And sa Singapore, kailangan sumunod sa mga batas, di ba? Hindi naman sa hindi ako sumusunod sa batas sa Pilipinas, pero syempre, sa Singapore, usually ganun eh, no? Kapag yung Pinoy wala sa Pinas, sumusunod sa batas. But I'm not like that. I always follow rules and regulations. Pero dito sa Singapore, yung fines talaga nila, it's a fine city nga, di ba? Sobrang mahal. Tsaka sa Singapore, gumagana to. Yan, gumagana siya. In a few minutes, mag-green na siya. So ano na pinag-uusapan natin? Okay. So ano yung maganda? Ay, may manok po. First time ko nakakita ng manok sa Singapore. Ano pa ba yun? Yeah, yung housing, challenging yun kasi mahal sa Singapore, syempre, pati yung rent. So, ang magandang gawin is to find for housemates. So usually, makakahanap ka sa internet or sa Facebook or meron parang Pinoy website na pwede ka maghanap ng mga for rent. So usually yun, mga housemates mo, then hati-hati kayo. Maganda sa Singapore, yung bill mo sa water and sa electricity, isa lang siya. So isang bayaran lang yun. So usually hinahati naman yun sa number of housemates sa loob ng bahay. And you have an option if you wanna live sa condominium or sa HDB na tinatawag. So yung HDB, para silang mga government houses na maganda. Hindi siya yung parang ano ba to? Housing sa Pinas na parang one house ganon. Para siyang may pagka-tenement style na pagka-condo din. Maganda siya actually. At minsan mas maganda yung mga HDB flats versus condominiums. Kasi some of the condominiums could be very old. Pero HDB, they're constantly building. As a matter of fact, maraming tinatayo ng mga HDB right now, Singapore. So, you cover the house, you cover the salary, we covered ano pa? Electricity, yung food. Ang food sa Singapore is also cheap in certain places. Natawag na hawker centers, di ba? So yung hawker centers, they actually offer an array of different cuisines that could be very, very masarap. Pero syempre, yung iba talaga kung sa restaurant, mas mahal siya, syempre, di ba? Ayan. So nandito na ako ngayon sa aming isa pang campus. Doon pa yun actually. Pero sige, sige. Tuloy natin pag-uusapan natin. So, sa food, diba? So mahal syempre kung sa restaurant ka pupunta or sa, for example, MBS, gusto mo kumain doon, medyo mahal syempre. So, hinahanap ko lang yung lift to go to the second floor kasi second floor yung na-reserve nating room. Ayan. So, tutuloy natin din yung chikahan. So yun, I'm here na sa discussion room sa SIT at SP nga. So maybe while I'm doing some admin stuff, we could continue discussing yung experience dito sa Singapore, diba? Yung pa pala, yung isang maganda sa Singapore is pwede mong inumin yung tap water. As in from the gripo, inumin mo na siya agad, pwede siya. So safe naman daw yun. And so far, yun naman yung ginagawa namin. Hindi pa naman ako nagkaroon ng diarrhea or whatsoever. So, yeah, it's safe. Stick, diba? In terms of holidays. Generous naman sa Singapore. Ang maganda dito, kunyari yung holiday is tatapat ng Sunday, automatically the Monday after that is non-working holiday. And then, kapag Saturday naman yung holiday, meron kang off in lieu na tinatawag. So, may extra off ka or extra off or extra holiday nga na pwede mong gamitin sa ibang day. Pero, syempre, it's a case-to-case basis. Sa ibang companies, I guess medyo matagal ibigay yung holidays, kumbaga, kasi may shortage of staff or maybe the nature of their work doesn't permit it. But in general, it's quite generous naman. And I realized when I came here sa Singapore, ang daling mag-travel. Kasi Singapore is like right smack in the middle of countries such as Malaysia, Indonesia, and medyo malapit din ng Vietnam, Thailand. So, yun, lahat ng yun napuntahan namin while here in Singapore. Kasi di ba pag nasa Pinas tayo, parang feeling natin ang hirap mag-travel. Kasi nga, ang layo natin sa mainland, mainland Asia. So, buti na lang ang Singapore malapit. So maraming time mag-travel at convenient mag-travel. Pwede kang mag-plane. Pag pupunta kami minsan sa Malaysia, magbabas lang kami. Or yun, mag-train or magbabas. Nung pumunta kami ng Melaka, nag-bus lang din kami. So very convenient din siya. Another thing is that when, yung experience ko as a new OFW, it's kinda masaya kasi I get to meet a lot of friends then. Yun. So, I'm very fortunate to have a community here sa Singapore, which is the BCBP Singapore, na talagang very supportive of me and of everybody. So, I guess nasa sa akin, kasi sa workplace ko din, hindi masyadong, actually sa department ko, ako lang yung Filipino. So, I get to mingle with the locals and have friends na din, which is which I'm very thankful for. Kasi nagkaroon ako ng friends na taga dito and they treat me as if I'm also from here. So very fortunate talaga. On a final note, I'm just gonna add on things that you need to overcome dito sa Singapore. Kasi maraming temptations for shopping, alam niyo yun, to splurge. Kasi nga you're receiving a lot of, hindi naman a lot. You're receiving money, di ba, na talagang higher than you're paying in the Philippines. I guess the key here is to control your impulses. If you need to buy something, isipin mo muna kung talagang magagamit mo ba siya talaga. Kasi sa Singapore talaga, ang daming shoppings, ang daming sales talaga. And ang daming mga expo, like IT expo, yun, dun ko nabili isang laptop. Marami talaga. So, and there's also this GSS, ganda sa sarili din. GSS, Great Singapore Sale, na talagang sale. Pero parang recently hindi na siya masyadong sale kasi mahal na din eh. Pero yun nga, marami. So I guess if you come here, have the right mindset that you're here to save money, probably, to really maximize your experience here in Singapore, at syempre to gain experience, di ba? And to be a good employee. Because opportunities like this are really maximized at talagang dapat ginagalingan mo siya, di ba? Wow, expert! So I guess, I hope you guys had an idea. Siguro sa future vlogs ko, I would be discussing more of my life here in Singapore, how I got the job, you know. But this is just pahapyaw lang to. Of the topic about the things that you should know probably before applying or before going here in Singapore to work. Again, I'm not an expert. Okay, disclaimer, I'm not an expert. I'm just doing this I'm just saying these things based on my experience, yeah. Right? So I hope you guys learned something about this simple vlog and I hope you enjoyed. So if you like this video, comment down below, click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell for more updates. And see you on my next vlog. Bye! Thank you pala sa 200 people na nagtitiwala sa akin na nagsasubscribe. Iba doon ng friends ko. Salamat sa pag-subscribe. See you!